friends, this is Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. Today I'm going to make mousseline cream. Mousseline without the "-iny". Shut up, Maria. This is, what is it? It's a sweet vanilla cream, not thick like a custard. You can thicken it more if you want to, but the creaminess of it is what really makes it so spectacular. And you're using vanilla beans, and that vanilla with the tar stripped out of it, man, it's a killer cream. So what do you use it in? Later on in another video, we're going to make a Boston cream pie. So that's going to go in the middle of that. You can put this in the center of inside cupcakes. You can put it with ice cream. You can put it just on cake. Eclairs, cream puffs. There's a lot you can do with it. It's one of those little hidden treasures that seem intimidating, but it's not. Here are the ingredients. 6 things. No big deal, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just let my vanilla and my creams get together. I'm going to put them on a low heat, let them simmer till not boiling. I don't want them to boil. I just want them to start to bubble. Then I'm going to take it off, cover it, and let it steep for about 20 to 25 minutes. This is where all the flavor is going to come in. Let's go play. All right. I put the cream and the whipping cream and the milk together just because I didn't want to dirty another bowl, right? That's all. That's the only reason. There was no trick to it. And then I'm going to slice my vanilla beans. And I pulled these vanilla beans straight out of my vanilla bottle. And I'm just going to open them. I'm not going to do anything to them yet, except for take off this piece. Okay, I know it's a good knife. Ah. Oh, did you see that beauty? Watch, I'm going to show you. Of course, I'm doing it backwards. That's all right. So all those little specks are going to be just amazing in this cream. All right, let's take it to the stove. Okay, so I have it over a medium heat. I can see that it's getting hot. I can see the steam coming up. I want the heat to release everything those vanilla beans have. Once I get to a light bubble, just a low simmer, I'm going to turn it off, leave it on the heat, and cover it and let that sit for 20 minutes. I just kind of want to walk you through this so I can see a bubble coming up. Well, not a bubble. I can see it start to bubble. I don't know if you can see the vanilla beans moving a little bit. We're almost there. I'm gonna. I don't want to stop too early just because I really want that heat to release. So, not even another minute. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to cover it. That's it. It's going to sit there for 20 minutes. In the meantime, shoot on over with me, would you? Okay, in the meantime, we're going to put the egg and sugar mixture together. Now, it's funny because a lot of times they'll say, combine the sugar and eggs until light and fluffy. You're not going to get light and fluffy if the measurements are somewhat equal. Yesterday, I made a white cake, so I saved the yolks. There's 6 yolks in here, but I'm not going to use all 6. I'm going to eyeball 4. But I kept it covered on top. I put the plastic wrap on top of the eggs so that there's no air touching it, because Air is the enemy of food. And then I covered it again with plastic wrap, the whole bowl. So I'm going to, and I wasn't going to take this off. You don't take this off until you're ready to use it. And I am. And you'll see that a lot of it stayed on the paper, which is perfect. I see 4 whole eggs right there. Let me just scoop them out. Okay, they're whole, so but if they weren't, don't think that you couldn't make this. Don't think that that little extra yolk, see it broke, that's fine. That little extra yolk is going to just ruin it. It's not. It's just because you can't really use half an egg yolk. So just use the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you know what? I'm going to use a little bit more just because I have it. I'll put the rest of this in the omelet, but I'm going to go ahead and just because it's all right. Just because it's rich. And that's all I'm going to get. Do this with the 4 egg yolks. You're fine. I'm just weird. So I can't believe I did that. Well, I did. All right. So I'm just going to mix the eggs and the butter. No, the sugar. And it's going to be like wet sand. So if you see something and it says light and fluffy, I gotta confess, I think I've even done that on a couple of my recipes because it's more habit than actually thinking. But we're not going to get this light and fluffy. Now, if it was butter, butter will, the volume will expand when it's whipped. Shaking out all that sugar. Shake your sugar, baby. And mixing it again. We do want it as creamy as we can get. Lump free. Nice. Okay, so I've got this nice and runny, and this is good. Now I'm going to add in the cornstarch. The cornstarch is what's actually going to thicken it. The egg yolks will as well as the heavy whipping cream. But this is what's going to give it the stability. Cornstarch is one of my favorite ingredients because it's so neglected. It does so many things. It's a great thickener and stabilizer. And again, get the stuff from the middle. All right, I'm going to wrap this in plastic wrap and wait for my cream to be done. Okay, 20 minutes is up, and that's beautiful. That looks fantastic. All right, I'm going to take out my beans. Well, I think I'm gonna scrape them in here. Let me see if it's hot. I don't know if it's going to plate right. There you go. Can you see what I'm doing? I hope. I'm not even thinking about showing you. I'm sorry. All right, last one. Cutting them open made it really easy to release that tar inside. All right. This would make a very good perfume. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to temper my eggs. Tempering eggs is not the same as tempering chocolate. When you're tempering chocolate, you're changing the structure of the chocolate and making it stronger and durable and all those great, wonderful things. What you're doing here is you're preventing your custard from getting scrambled eggs. You're preventing your eggs from scrambling. You're taking something hot and bringing it into a room temperature egg. It's gonna want to just be cooked. So we kind of have to coax it into very gently and easily, really, little at a time. Bring up the temperature of the egg mixture to kind of be closer to the liquid mixture. Then we're going to add the egg mixture into the liquid mixture. What? Watch. Okay, don't let this part intimidate you. You right away you're thinking, oh, I don't want to cook the eggs. You're not going to, because you've got it mixing. I took off the plastic, and you're going to just very quickly whisk. And it's hard to do on this surface, so bear with me. It will get creamy after a while, and do it a little at a time. I'm serious. I mean, take your time, especially if you're nervous. So you bring it in and you whisk. This is 1/4 cup. Look at how little I'm doing. Just a little bit. Now, ordinarily, I would be more bold and I'd do like 1/3 of the thing at a time, but no, let's just not try to impress anybody and get it done right. After a while, this temperature will warm up, and then we'll pour the whole thing into that hot pot. And it's gonna be okay because the temperatures are closer together, and the eggs are over their drama of wanting to be cooked. And I'll tell you what, I mean, if you see a recipe and it says, do 1/3, keep going. If you want it, if it's going to make you feel more comfortable to slowly add in that whole mixture into here, go ahead. Don't worry about it. But you can see it thinning out. Let me get a trick. Okay, I just got a skid resistant mat here so that I can go ahead and keep whisking. This is ideally what you want to do. And scoop in some more. Take your time, you guys. I'm serious. There's no rule. So you get the idea. Let me just finish this up. All right, now we're ready to go. And you'll see on the bottom, there's all that, I don't know if you can see it here, but there's all those beautiful bean. My mind just went blank. All that seed back there, that's good. So now we're going to pour this in here again as we're whisking. You know I'm not about to leave the good stuff down there. I'm going to put this on medium heat. And I'm going to keep whisking. Well, not continuously, but often. And it will thicken up. Not quite completely, but it'll get thicker. As it thickens and as it gets warmer, you're going to see all this froth will go away. So if that's going to panic you, nah, don't let it. You're just going to keep whisking. All right, where are we? Ready to rock, baby. It's nice and thick. I'm going to turn off the heat. Oh, saying hello to us. I'm just whisking it because I really want it to kind of combine well. You can see how thick it got. Oh, so nice. You see that? All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 stick of butter. This is really, it's a fun cream to make. It's really interesting. It's going to really change. It's going to look like you messed it up. It's like, oh my God, what did I do to this? We're not done. We're not done. Adding the butter gives it such a great rich, along with the eggs. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is just amazing. Just whisk it well. Just keep on going until you see it's all come together. I don't know, can you see those vanilla beans in there? Oh my gosh, it's so close to my face, I can... It's not done. It's not done. Okay, pour this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right into the a bowl. And we're going to cover this with plastic wrap. And anytime you're going to cover a cream, you always want the plastic to touch the cream. No air. It's hot. It is hot. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it, Andy. I have no idea where that came from. Usually I kind of talk to myself from movies I watch because I'm a dork. I have no idea where that... I don't know an Andy. Okay. So right on top... so that it's touching. It's funny because the plastic does get warm. All right, that gets tucked away, and then this gets covered. Now what I have, my sister got me these bowl covers. I think they're freaking amazing, but if you don't have it, just use plastic wrap. But I think they're cute, so I'm going to use it. Have you guys seen these? I don't know where she got them. I should probably ask. But they fit different sizes. So there's a bump here because of the heat. I'm just going to lift it, let the heat out, in the refrigerator. Now, if you pay attention, and I know you do because you guys are pretty sharp, you're going to be thinking, I thought it asked for a cup of butter. You only used a half. We're not done. We're not done. This is going to come to it's going to cool off so where you can touch it and it's cool. Remove all heat. Then we're going to add the rest of the butter and whip it up and eat it. Mostly the eat it part. So when that's cool to the touch and completely cooled all the way through, we'll finish it up. I'm going to say, let's just say 2 hours because I got to run to the store. 2 hours. Okay. So we have this film. It's just slightly warmer than I would want it to, but that's okay. It's still okay. All right. So good. We're going to take the other stick and we're going to use a blender, a mixer. And we're going to just mix it in. That's it. That's, man, you can see the vanilla beans in there. They look so beautiful. Okay. Oh, it's so thick. You see that? You got peaks. Peaks are good. And it's gonna firm up even more when it sits longer in the refrigerator. But for now, man, that vanilla just pops. That is so light. It's sweet. It's so creamy. It's funny, you'd think you would taste more of the butter. You don't, you just taste the cream, the sweetness, and the vanilla. It's fantastic. So in a video coming up, we're gonna make Boston cream pie with this baby, and we will also make pâte choux cream puffs. Same recipe for eclairs. So this is going to get used. This is going to get used. So give it a shot, guys. At least tuck it away to want to try later, because you'll be really glad that you did. It's something to keep in your arsenal of recipes. Okay, my friend. Until next time, happy baking.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.